Welcome to Brick Building with Nick.
We already
got this.
This is Brick Built with Nick.
Yeah, we got this ship here, Guardians of the Galaxy.
And Lego
Look
Thanos.
at it. Lego Thanos.
He's adorable. Reality shifts, and he accidentally turned everybody into Legos. That's why we got the red one.
Is that why we got it? That is not this video.
That is not this video.
This thing is like a day. I built this yesterday, so I just wanted to show this off to people because we haven't been able to do the brick building with Nick since we lost the live format. This is, in fact, the Power Chamber podcast.
Yeah, the only PCP that's Snick.
Snick's on Saturday.
Yeah, we're not Snick. No. I don't know if Snick still exists.
It does not.
Oh, okay.
It's Nick at night.
Sorry.
But we're here to talk to you about
Endgame.
Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
This is probably
almost as good as Megaforce's Endgame. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, it is about the same amount of high, right?
It is. We get up there, man.
Yeah. But this
Endgame is a long
story.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, all nobody.
Maybe some people.
Maybe some people, but nobody watching this.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming for this movie. Waiting since Iron Man, to end this story, finally. Yeah. We'll get to that part.
Yeah. So we're just going to do a full-blown spoiler cast talking about this movie.
Because we've seen it twice already.
Unfiltered.
It's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks since the movie came out. So we're pretty good.
Everybody's seen the movie.
Hopefully.
Probably.
If you haven't seen the movie, click off this video.
Immediately.
You don't need to watch this, unless you want to just stare at this thing blankly and not listen to anything that we're going to say.
Yeah, you can put it on mute and look at the bricks.
Look at it. This thing is heavy.
Yeah, it's a solid piece. Pretty cool, though. This is not an Endgame piece.
No, it's not. This is actually an Infinity War piece.
Yeah.
But we saw it at the store.
That's not what this is about.
I really wanted it, so we went ahead and got it. But Endgame!
Nick really wanted the Legos after.
Refresh my... Did we do a spoiler cast for Infinity War? I think we did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah. I remember using that thumbnail, but I can't remember if we actually talked about the movie.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
But anyway.
Endgame! So last we checked, everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead. And Tony's in space.
About to die.
He's gonna die because he ran out of food. And he's been floating around space for
in this ship
almost a month.
Floating around. I mean, he's not up here like he is. He's down here.
Yeah. And he's like 150 pounds or something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oof. He does not look well.
The effects in this movie.
Yeah, it's pretty great. But he gets rescued by Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Woman.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, that's her reason to be in the movie. She saves Tony and then leaves.
And then do much else.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we do like so once Tony gets back to Earth, they figure out where Thanos is. They go over. They're gonna try to force him to use the stones again, but he used the glove to destroy the stones. So now
that nothing could be
everybody's
undone.
gonna die. Or now everybody who disappeared is staying gone.
Stays dead. Like that's for real.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. They kill him.
And
then they move on with their lives for 5 years. Since Captain Marvel,
5
I
years
guess,
later,
was doing something because she's like the space person.
Yeah, I don't know what
Space
that
Cops. Was it Green Lantern?
The Green Lantern Corps. Yeah.
Except it's just her.
Yeah.
No talk of like if the Kree tried
the
to
Blue
stop
Lantern
her,
Corps.
what happened there? It's weird though because we spend a good chunk of this movie in space, like in different time periods. So wouldn't it be better if like she was there? Because we don't see her
on a different planet or something.
Yeah, like
if she's on Vormir looking for the
we don't see her for 20 years.
Something.
So
I don't know.
I like even just like a passing like flyby shot. I mean, granted, this movie doesn't need her, but I feel like Captain Marvel is one of those things. It's like everybody felt like they needed to see that movie, and you watch this and it's not really.
It's not really pertinent at all.
Not at all.
She exists only to do the things that we can't logically solve, like saving Tony in space. He's just floating around, fully prepared to die, and Nebula, I guess, is just planning on throwing him out the airlock and continuing her existence.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I don't know if she's gonna die or what.
Yeah.
But anyway, we don't have to think about that.
Yeah. So
5 years later.
5 years later,
Hawkeye turned into Batman. That's
Yeah.
the opening of this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Hawkeye's
turned into
family
the
died.
Punisher. His family got dusted at the beginning of the
Black
movie, so
Knight.
he went all
Bull Black.
yeah, bull black on. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Japanese. It's crazy. That's not for this video.
No, we'll do something.
We'll do that later.
Anyway,
But
what happened after?
ooh.
Oh yeah,
So Ant-Man gets released from the time prison he was in.
Yeah, because Ant-Man and the Wasp was
Can
one
I
of the
say
movies
this?
that you had to see. And
Yeah, can I say
still
this?
haven't seen it.
Because I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I'll check out this movie. It's on Netflix. And I had told you specifically, you don't need to watch this movie in order to understand anything that's going on in Endgame. It's not really that important. And it turns out when we get to this movie, it's very
super important.
So
It was really
my
well
fault.
written the way Ant-Man came back, and then he has to explain how he's not dead to everybody.
Yeah.
He didn't actually age at all. I just realized he's 5 years younger than everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's
That's
only
insane.
because in the quantum realm it was only 5 hours.
Yeah.
So get around.
As we find out later, so he goes and he tries to find the Avengers and be like, yeah, it took 5 hours, and all of a sudden I popped up in some storage unit, being rescued by Ken Jeong. Is that his name?
It's not Ken Jeong, but you know whatever.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It's not Ken Jeong.
100%.
No, this is not Transformers. It's not Ken Jeong.
Okay, sure. Why not? But
Anyway, yeah, it's a good dynamic that he has, and he basically comes up with this idea that we can go back in time, build
we
a
can
time
manipulate
machine,
time
manipulate the quantum realm so that they can go back in a different point in time,
at a specific point in
grab
time.
all the stones, bring them back, and kind of snap everybody back into existence. Is the idea.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
So he goes and finds Black Widow and Cap and explains to them this whole thing, and they're like, well, we need Tony for that. And meanwhile, he's retired, like for real. Like
Yeah,
he's,
for real this time. He's got a wife and kids.
Kid.
And
and it's
he's
a beautiful
still
setup.
very broken up over the Spider-Man situation.
Can't see how it could go wrong at all.
Yeah. But they talk to him, and he's like, no, it's too dangerous.
It's not gonna happen. No, I'm absolutely not doing this anymore. Go away. Also, you guys can stay for lunch.
Yeah.
And
so they go to Bruce.
They go to Bruce because
Bruce Banner.
who else are you gonna call?
I know that the last movie he wasn't the Hulk, but guess what? He is the Hulk, kinda.
Oh, yeah. This is one of the problems that I had with the movie.
I did not have a problem.
Banner Hulk was. We skipped a movie.
Yes, we did. In that 5-year time jump, we could get it. You don't know. Like a back issue.
Maybe. I don't know if Mark Ruffalo's gonna come back and do.
I don't know. He was signed on
another
for
Hulk
6.
movie.
How many movies has he done at this point? Because there's Avengers,
Infinity
Ultron,
War, this
Infinity
movie,
War,
Endgame,
Endgame,
Ragnarok.
So he's got one more, right?
I don't
Am I
know.
crazy?
I
Okay.
don't know.
Do your math in the comments.
Yeah, let us know if
But
we're gonna have to.
yeah, he was super frustrated about the Hulk not coming out last movie, so he decided to merge his consciousness with the Hulk, which kind of gets rid of a good chunk of the drama associated with the Hulk, but whatever. We're done talking about that.
We've kind of retired the Hulk, which is kind of the point of the movie.
So
by the time we get to the end,
they try to
recruit
figure out
Thor.
they try to figure out how to do the time travel thing. It doesn't really work out.
Oh right.
But turns out Tony, because he's Tony, figured it out because he can't get that idea out of his head.
Right.
And he decides he's going to go ahead and help them do this. And then they're going to recruit all the Avengers to do this time travel mission.
Yeah.
And we got Thor, who's a fat drunk.
Yeah.
So
He turned into what's his name? The Warzone Punisher.
oh, Ray Stevenson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ray Stevenson character, Gimli, from the Thor movies. Like
From the
that's
first Thor movie.
that's Thor now.
Yeah. That's, that's basically what happened. Now I'm confused on this next bit because like the opening of Infinity War pretty much basically said that all the Asgardians are dead.
Yeah, everybody on the ship at the beginning of the movie
Is
gone.
dead. Except for Thor.
Except for Thor, he's the sole survivor. But
That's
for some
the
reason,
impression we got at the beginning of that movie, and then we get to here, and it turns out like everybody from Ragnarok survived.
Yeah, everybody.
Yay.
Well, half of them.
Yeah.
The extras.
The
you know.
nameless people.
Yeah.
Was it Carl Urban did not live?
Yeah.
I don't actually know if he survives.
I don't know either.
Ragnarok.
Like he's not in this
Doesn't
movie.
Yeah.
Neither is Natalie Portman.
No.
Or I don't think Tom Hiddleston is
Face
either.
is here.
personally.
Tom Hiddleston is here too.
I don't think so. I think
You don't
it's
think
just
he would
stock
come
footage.
back?
I think it's just
The
green
dude
screen stock
did
footage.
half an episode of Troll Hunters. You don't think he would get paid for this?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure he would.
I don't know.
I mean, unless they
I don't know.
decided to film that scene like during the filming of that movie,
I don't think it's.
brought Robert Redford
I
back,
don't
but I
think so.
highly doubt that that's what.
Oh yeah,
happened.
no. Robert Redford being in the movie was fun.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that was cool.
before that, so they get Thor and we have to sit through Korg and Meek again.
Doing comedy.
Ah.
Yeah, it was rough. I get that everybody liked it, but like, and,
They died.
And to an extent,
They died.
I like the Thor bits because he's clearly depressed.
Right.
Over,
Like that's
you know,
his thing.
Having
He's
the
going
chance
through
to
his
kill
own arc.
Thanos, and it didn't happen for him, and so now he's all fed and depressed, and they get him on board with the mission at the promise of beer.
Yeah.
So they all decide to go through this time travel thing. They're jumping back into different situations. They figure out where all the stones are.
Yeah.
Everybody goes back because it's all who's left of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Except for Captain Marvel. She said that she's not gonna be. She's gonna be gone.
She's not on Earth. She's got other stuff
Which,
to fix.
Yeah.
And she's
Essentially.
fixing other stuff. She's busy. We could be together someday.
Doing other things. Yeah. I'm going to the store.
Anyway.
Man.
Yeah.
So they go back in time. They get all the stones
Successfully.
Successfully.
Including, but not limited to, War Machine and Nebula. But Nebula gets replaced by her counterpart, which,
Yeah.
yeah,
In the time travel thing, because
time travel science.
because of there were two nebulas existing at the same time, their wires got crossed, and
Yeah,
basically
the Wi-Fi
Thanos
signals
found out what their plan
mixed.
was
Yeah.
and decided that he's going to send a fake or capture the real Nebula and send the past Nebula
In her place.
in her place
to
so that they
sabotage.
can. Well, not necessarily sabotage, but basically go jump in the future, grab all the stones while they're there, and just do the snap immediately, so that we don't have to wait 3 years before this, or 4,
9
5
years.
years before this goes down.
I thought it was,
That is 9 years. You're
yeah.
right. Well, no. Before
20.
before the time zone, so it's 4 years. This is 2018 when he does the snap initiative.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah, right, because it was 2014. And time travel science.
yeah, don't think about it. It's
Yeah.
too much.
Oh, it's too much.
Um,
But they do their best to kind of simplify it into, what happens
Yeah.
directly. Like, there is no cause to effect. Like, that's your
Like, the
future.
only-
You can't jump into an alternate universe.
Right. The
kind
only
of thing.
reason that there would be an alternate universe is if the stones stayed separate, but it's like.
So,
the
yeah.
ancient one basically makes a deal with Bruce to return all the stones once they're done with them, so that time can be corrected and all the stuff that happened had already happened and whatnot.
Yeah, can continue to happen uninterrupted.
Yes. And so
It's hard,
they
yeah.
get all this stuff back, and they
They all
Tony
jump back
makes a
to
glove. Hold on.
The
Before
power
we get to
pellet.
that, so Black Widow and Hawkeye go
Yeah.
to Vormir to go get the Soul Stone, and if you saw the last movie,
You know
have
how
to
that
exchange
works.
souls for that one.
Yeah.
So they fight for a little bit to try to decide who goes first, and turns out it's going to be Black Widow.
Yeah,
so
I
she's
thought
dead.
that was a mistake.
So she's dead.
I thought it made sense for the overall story.
But it's his family, though. Like, what is it supposed to happen? Like, is he supposed to do this noble sacrifice, and then
He's-
she goes back to his family? Like, he died a hero.
He still killed people.
It makes way more sense.
He still has to go home and be like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm also a serial killer.
Not really. He's not necessarily a serial killer.
He needs to go to prison.
No.
Like, War Machine was looking for him in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, the police were involved.
No. There wasn't police
Homicide and
involved.
bloodbath and a
He
massacre.
said there was a cartel. Cartels are illegal. They're bad guys.
They're the bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also saw Daredevil Season 2. Anyway. Those guys are
Horrible.
also not in this movie, which
No.
is a huge misstep, I thought, especially since they got canceled. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
This was their shining. This should have been a shining moment for those guys.
Feel
the Defenders.
real bad for a lot of those people.
Whatever.
Maybe they'll show up in the Disney streaming whatnot.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see. But anyway.
It's just annoying.
So
So everybody comes back, and
everybody comes back, and they're
Tony Rocket and Bruce all make a power gauntlet for
for the Infinity Stones.
to snap everybody back into reality.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Nebula is altering the time machine.
I have a question about that, by the way.
Tell me.
So she gets the PIM particles, because there's this whole big thing about how they only have PIM particles for round trip, right?
Yeah.
So she gets the PIM particles from her past or future self,
right,
to go back in time, but she gives PIM particles to
Thanos. Yeah.
So like, what happened?
What happened to those? I'm assuming he gave them to her since she needs those to travel.
Yeah, but he would need them too to travel back into the future.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
So the only thing I can figure is that he just made them. He just knew how to make them.
Yeah, he simulated them from that vial.
Yeah.
Probably. Because he's Thanos.
Yeah. There's a longer cut of this movie.
Yeah, there sure is. There's got to be like a 14-hour cut of this movie. It's like 3 different movies with like extended editions.
Yeah.
And Frodo and Sam are walking towards the volcano. Anyway.
At least you're not talking about friggin' Digimon.
I'm not.
That's all I gotta say to you, man.
We don't have. Well,
but anyway,
there. Infinity War was that.
They decide that Bruce is gonna go ahead and snap everybody back into existence because he figures that the gamma radiation from being the Hulk will protect him from the power of the gauntlet, so it won't kill him because it'll kill literally everyone else.
Yeah, at least more than everybody else involved. You know, he has a better shot of surviving.
Yeah.
Including Thor, who goes through just an amazingly written arc. I love everything about it.
It's really nice. He goes to see his mom in the past.
Yeah.
Talks to her, and he figures out that he's still worthy of the hammer. Yeah. Him and Rocket
takes
play off
it
each other. Fantastic.
back with him to the future.
Yeah, he takes back Mjolnir to the future.
Yeah.
So he's got Stormbreaker and Mjolnir. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
sweet. Then they snap everybody back into existence, but oh no, Thanos is here.
Thanos' ship
basically
sent back.
Bombs the place.
Yeah, he completely obliterates Avengers headquarters. I don't know what else it's called.
That's what it was. It was Avengers headquarters.
Oh, okay, sure.
It's like a bunker thing.
I did it.
Yeah, he did it, and then
it shrinks down, and Bruce tries to protect War Machine, who's offline, and still can't walk, and Rocket, who's also trapped underneath the rubble.
Yeah. And then Hawkeye has the glove. Like, explode with the gauntlet.
And he starts running from those Venom creatures.
From the last movie.
From Infinity War.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Tony, Cap, and Thor meet up with Thanos, who's just chilling. He's sent Nebula to get the gauntlet, and he's just gonna wait. Because that's what he does.
Yeah.
You know?
So they go over, and they're gonna just fight him, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Thor gets a makeover.
Yeah.
You know, to fit his new persona. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Very, how do you say Norse?
Yes.
Scandinavian. Nordic. That's what I was going to say.
Scandinavian.
Irish.
Celtic.
Something about icebergs.
Yeah. So anyway. Whew. They're all fighting.
They're all fighting
crazy.
Thanos. It's
Thor or Cap picks up the hammer. It's awesome. Yeah. It's just great.
A lot of callbacks in this movie.
And then when it turns out that it's too much, or it might be too much for them, everybody comes in. Like literally everyone comes in.
Everybody shows up.
And it's awesome.
Through the Doctor Strange portals.
Freaking just explosions and it's crazy.
It's outrageous.
It's a massive freaking battle. At the end, Tony there's a tussle with Thanos, who finally has the glove on now.
No. Scarlet Witch comes back and she goes one-on-one.
There's too much that happens in this movie.
There's a lot that breaks down in this movie.
Yeah, we are summarizing this the best we can, really.
Well, I just wanted to point that out because it was a very big moment in Infinity War.
A lot of good chunks of things.
Vision, you know. So I thought it was worth mentioning that one of the female characters got a shining moment, but I guess Nick thinks otherwise.
Yeah. Is that what it was? Did you like Captain Marvel coming in and having a tussle with Thanos? Did you like? Do you want to talk about that one?
Yeah, we can if you want to.
I mean, I don't know anything else to say other than it exists.
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna happen when in this movie. That's why I didn't hate it.
It was an obvious mirroring of.
I didn't see that. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
The shot from Infinity War where Cap grabs the gauntlet when Thanos comes in at the end of the movie, and it's all slow-mo and dramatic and actually means something. But instead he headbutts her in the face and she doesn't flinch or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't get the point.
That's the thing that I don't see that it's like a mirror, because I just don't see it. Like, she's super powerful. That's all I got. Like, in Captain Marvel, she's shown to be mega powerful. We know this.
Sure, but
She's
so's
stronger
Cap.
than literally everyone. Everybody going into this movie was like, Captain Marvel has enough power to kill Thanos. So, seeing something like that is unnecessary. So, that's why I didn't see it. If you saw it, then good for you. I didn't see...
That's why it seemed kind of satirical. That's why I was saying.
I didn't think it was satirical, mostly because I didn't think it was there.
For the mirroring.
Of course, it could be there. I mean, we might watch a commentary at some point where the Russos are like, it's a mirror. In which case,
you mirror the glove to, delete everybody and then bring, Alt-Z everybody back to life.
Okay, yeah, what was the point of that?
Left and right hand.
Yeah, exactly.
It's symbolism.
Okay.
Two heads to one coin.
Oh.
Using the power the right way versus the wrong way.
See, that's better. Good for you.
Symbolism. I may know a thing or two about movies. Anyway.
Look at my Legos.
Thanos finally gets the glove on at the end of the movie. Oh, I guess we should mention that after Spider-Man gets back to Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Hiddleston have not Tom Hiddleston, Tom Holland.
Yeah.
That's the one, sorry. There's too many Toms.
Yeah.
Too many Chris's.
Too many Toms, too many Chris's.
Yeah.
Not enough Tonys.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even anymore.
Yeah, Tony and Peter, let's break it down.
Yeah,
Tony and Peter have
a really
just
nice
reuniting them, and Pepper comes in wearing is it the Iron Maiden armor? I don't know.
No, it's apparently called Rescue, so.
Oh, okay, sure.
Rescue armor from the comics.
And Doctor Strange is preoccupied trying to hold a flood back because disaster movie.
Yeah.
Like they fight this dude for 12 hours.
Yeah, it was nuts.
The battle for Helm's Deep with lasers. It's awesome.
Man. No.
Power Rangers also, because Black Panther was there.
I don't know. This was the most Black Panther thing I've ever seen him do. Just grab and run.
Yeah,
that's
awesome. Pretty awesome.
I just love it.
Anyway, breakdown at the end of the movie. Thanos finally gets the power gauntlet on, and
he's about to snap his fingers. Tony goes in,
breaks him, stops him, and tries to get the glove off of his hand. Gets knocked back. Thanos snaps, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Tony instead went for the stones, and the nanotech made the gauntlet on his hand.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. And
right before Thanos snapped his fingers, he said, "I am inevitable." Tony says, "I am Iron Man." Snap, boom, and just destroys everyone. It's awesome. All the Thanos forces get dusted. The Avengers have won the day, but Tony's not doing so hot.
Something about radiation poisoning.
Yeah, he's like about to die, and there's a nice moment with Peter, a nice moment with Pepper, and it's very sad.
It's very sad.
And they have a funeral.
Yeah, they have a funeral, like straight up.
Yeah.
It's a very
one of those things, man.
It's painful.
You can't follow a traumatic death scene with a funeral. You just can't. It's too much.
It is. It's way. It's so much. And so Cap is tasked with taking the Infinity Stones back by himself for some reason. I'm guessing.
Well, no, he insists on going by himself. Because Sam is like, "I can go with you," and he's like, "No."
And Bucky's there
by himself, and him and Bucky are basically like, "Well, I guess you're going by yourself." And then he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
And he just decided to stay in the past.
And old Chris Evans is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, good on that. He
shows up.
Such a good performance.
On that scene and hands Falcon the shield.
Passes the torch.
Yeah, he's
the mantle of Captain America to Sam.
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yes.
That's his name. There we go.
Slade.
Slade.
And then we get a shot of him doing
I can't wait for that movie.
Finally getting the slow dance with
Peggy.
Peggy.
Yeah.
It was really a nice moment.
Yeah.
And that was
very somber ending.
And wow, it's just, man, this is an epic, I think. Between this and Infinity War, it's a giant friggin' like.
I would love to watch these movies back to back because they basically follow each other.
Yeah. Immediately.
Yeah.
No, I think this is more of a complete, because we've talked about this. Which one's better? You said you like Infinity War better.
I do like Infinity War better. I think it doesn't have as many holes in it. I think it doesn't pander as much. This one has that kind of happy ending feel to the movie, and I think Infinity War doesn't care about your feelings.
Why would you need... I mean, you would need a happy ending at the end of this story like this.
I agree. It was very... I don't know what the word is. It's very melancholy. Like
Sure.
watching Thanos like walk, like limp out and sit and watch the sunrise. It's very like, okay, wow. Like he had his share of defeat.
That's
in this
the thing.
movie.
Is like it's a season finale, right? That's what we talked about in the original reviews. A season finale, and this is like the first episode of the next season or whatever.
Yeah,
we wait a year for
Avengers.
this, and we come back, and it's all just awesome, crazy. Yeah, it is basically just Endgame, and then we go into Super Mega Force.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. I mean, granted, it's stretched out over like 5 hours, I think.
And
5.5
Spider-Man's gonna
hours?
get the first movie in the next chapter.
Yeah, which comes
of
out in
whatever's
June,
gonna happen.
and I am super excited about that. I wanted to watch Homecoming again because I've only seen that movie once, and I remember
Yeah,
really
me too.
enjoying it. So we might do that later.
Let's do that.
But yeah,
We have a
so
movie.
we really enjoyed it. One thing I want to talk about because it's a huge point of contention on the internet apparently is why Captain America can only lift Mjolnir now and not when they were all trying to lift it in Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, well, he doesn't want to make Thor look bad. That's stupid.
That is stupid,
that's
especially
really
for
dumb.
that guy
I
at
hate
that
it.
time.
Yeah. No, what actually happened is that Tony or Steve needed to find his true potential because he was still holding on to Bucky and all that other stuff. So once all that stuff happened, once you get Civil War and once you get the Winter Soldier, now he's able to lift the hammer and he's able to do all this other stuff.
Because he went through his own arcs
Yes.
as a character.
True potential.
Yeah, it's true.
Unlocked. Ninja Go.
Very strange.
Because nobody else on the internet, I'm sure, is going to make that point.
Forgot to mention
I'm
that
going to make that point.
Thor's going to end up
Palling
palling around with the Guardians, who are back in action minus Gamora.
Yeah, minus Gamora, because past Gamora is actually helped Nebula, or past Gamora helped future Nebula escape, and they killed past Nebula and
past Thanos.
And past Thanos, and so now Gamora just left. She kicked Quill straight in the balls and walked out.
And just
yeah.
bailed.
So she's just missing.
So they had a bunk open, and Thor jumped in.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, he was hanging around.
I really hope that he doesn't mess with the dynamic too much.
I kind of hope he just doesn't make it to the next Guardians movie. I hope he bails halfway through.
Gimli situation, is that what it is? He's gonna go back and forth with Quill. I do love that. Him going back and forth with Quill.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's always fun. And I'm actually really happy that Chris Pratt actually got some dialogue in this movie.
Me too. Like for as
after
small,
all the stuff that he went through in the last
as short amount of time as he got, because
we make sure to pay everything off. Is the idea?
Yeah, we're doing our best to tie up the loose ends. You know, minus all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But there's, like I said, there's got to be a director's cut of this movie or something, like an unreleased
4
version
hours,
that they were like, the studio got a 6-hour film and was like, guys.
Yeah, you need to kind of trim this at least a little bit, you know? Because we go back to a bunch of different movies.
Because this might be the longest movie ever.
No.
3 hours and 1 minute.
So before we close out, is there anything else you wanted to bring up?
I don't know, man. Like, there's so much to try to keep track of in this movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
And like I said, I would have done things a lot differently in this movie, but I think Infinity War did everything perfectly. So it's like they all can't be winners. Is kind of my thing. Like sometimes you get a Captain
people
Marvel.
died. Oh, I got you.
You know.
That's what I'm talking about. One thing I'd like to bring up.
What's up?
If you are a collector of Legos like I am, this is a good piece to pick up.
It is.
It is just massive. There's like an interior to this ship that I had to build. There's people in there.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like this
Gamora and Quill, you can't really tell, but they're in there.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like
There's
this thing is the most impressive Lego piece I have, and I just bought it yesterday.
Go see Endgame. And
buy
also,
Legos.
Since you've already seen Endgame, let us know what you thought about it.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah.
The internet seems torn. So, let's get it.
Well, what else?
What else? Nobody's saying it's a bad movie, but everybody's finding something to complain about.
Sure. Well, I'll be the first to say it's not a flawless film, mostly because whenever you deal with time travel, it never is.
Yeah, it never works.
If you want to hear my thoughts on that, we Ninjago reviews about time travel. I haven't gotten a hand to time yet. We'll get to there once I catch up with things. If I can.
Things.
Jeez, Louise is
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway,
So much stuff.
I'm Nick, aka Iron Man 1993.
I'm Meister Vandy.
And may the power chamber protect you.